find all of these, it is asking us to find the total surface area of each solid. And so what this worksheet has done, what we've done for you, is we split it up into steps. So we're going to work through each of these steps together today, and tomorrow you'll have a chance to go through and work through each of the steps on your own and make sure you know how to find the surface area. So first off, it asks us to name the solid. So what is the name of the solid that is pictured here, number one? It's a prism because we have a base on the top and the bottom. And since our base is a rectangle, this is a rectangular prism. So it asked me also to write the surface area formula. The formula for the surface area of a prism is, if you look on your green sheet, you should have 2 times the base plus P times H, where that capital B stands for the area of the base, P stands for the perimeter of the base, and H is the height of the solid. And so in this empty space, I want you to draw a picture of the base. So again, we said our base was a rectangle. What are the dimensions of our rectangular base? What are the length and the width? 2 and 6. So go ahead and put those on your picture as well. Alright, and so we need to find the area of our base, the perimeter of our base, and the height of our solid. So what is the formula for the area of a rectangular base? Just length times width, which in this case is 2 times 6. So the area of our base is 12 inches squared. The perimeter of our base, we just have to add up all of the sides of our base. So we have 2 and 6. The other sides are also 2 and 6. If we add all that up, 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 6 will give us a total of 16 inches for our perimeter. Okay, so we have 2 pieces. The last piece we need for our formula is our height, which is given to us here to be 3 inches. So first we have found all of the pieces that we need to plug into our formula. So next we're just going to plug them in. So we have surface area, SA, equals 2 times B. For B we're going to put in 12 plus 16 for P plus, or times 3 for H. So we multiply first and then add. 2 times 12 is 24 plus 16 times 3 is 48. And when we add those together, we will get a total of 72 inches squared. Great. Questions on number 1? Straightforward enough. Let's look at number 2. Number 2, what is the name of our solid here? It's a cylinder. Okay, so our base in a cylinder is a circle. So again, I want us to draw a picture of our base, just so we can see what we're looking at. It gives us that the length going across the circular base is 12 feet. But what do we need to know about our base, typically? Do we need to know the length going all the way across? No. What do we need to know? The half of it, the radius, right? The radius is just half, so our radius in this case is going to be 6 feet. So good thing to note out first. Alright, let's write our formula for the surface area of a cylinder. Can anyone give that to me? 2B plus CH. Alright. Vanessa, what does capital B stand for? The area of the base. So the area of our circular base here is going to be given to us by the formula pi r squared. So for r we're going to plug in 6. So we're going to have pi times 6 squared, which is 36. So we're going to have pi times 36. So we're going to plug this into our calculators. And then if we round up to the nearest whole number, we get that the area of the base is 113 feet squared. Right? What else do we need to know for our formula here? Luda? What else do we need to know for our formula? We know capital B. What else do we need to figure out? That C and the H. So what does the C represent? Remember? What's that C stand for? Someone help me out? Mauricio? The circumference? It has to do with the base, right? And we have a circular base, so that C stands for the circumference of the base. So if you have trouble remembering that, make sure that is somewhere on your green sheet. C is the circumference of our base. So how do we find the circumference? Our formula is 2 pi r. Again, we're going to use 6 for r. So we get 2 times pi times 6. So we can plug this into our calculators. And we get that the circumference is approximately 38 feet. We round up. And last we need the height, h, which is given to us as 10 feet here. So we have everything we need. We just have to plug it into our formula. So the surface area equals 2 times 113 for the base, plus 38 for the circumference, plus 10 for the height. So we multiply first, and then we add. 2 times 113 is going to give us 226, plus 38 times 10 is 380. So if we add these together, we get that our total surface area of this cylinder is 606 feet squared. Questions on number 2. Alrighty, let's look at number 3. Number 3, what kind of shape is this? It is a cone. What's the formula for the surface area of a cone? B plus pi times r times what? L. What does L stand for here? It doesn't stand for lateral, but it kind of has to do with the lateral face though.
Slant height.
It stands for the slant height, which is the distance from the vertex to the edge of the base, not the center of the base. So it's given to us here that L is 20 millimeters. That's one piece. So we need the area of our base and R, our radius. Well, let's look at R, our radius. Does it give us the radius here? No, but what does it give us? The diameter. So what does our radius have to be if our diameter is 8 millimeters? 4. So all we need to find now is capital B, the area of our base. Well, our base is a circle. So the formula we're going to use here is pi r squared. So we plug in 4 for r, so we're going to get pi times 4 squared, which is 16. So if we plug into our calculator, 16 times 3.14, we get that our base is approximately 50 millimeters squared. So we should have all the pieces that we need to plug into our formula. So we will have that the surface area is equal to 50 for the area of the base, plus pi times 4 for r, times 20 for L. So we're going to multiply first, and then we can add. So pi times 4 times 20 will give us approximately 251. So if we add 50 to that, we get that our final surface area is 301 millimeters squared. Right? Questions on number 3. So one thing I'd like you guys to notice is our base the same in each one of these? No, right? In the first one we had a rectangular base. In the second two we had a circular base. We could also have a base that's a triangle too, right? So is the formula for that capital B for the area of the base going to be the same on each one of these? No. So you have to look at what the shape of your base is to determine what you use to find capital B, the area of your base. Right? So go ahead, and I want you guys to try number 4 on your own. And I'm going to walk around, so let me know if you... Number 5, we have a different kind of shape. What kind of shape is it on number 5?
Square.
Our solid is a square? There's a square in there somewhere. I agree with that. What's the name of this solid, though? Okay, so it is a type of prism. How do we, or not a prism, is this a prism? Gabe? It's a pyramid. What distinguishes a pyramid from a prism? Okay, a pyramid has a point on top that's opposite the base. What does a prism have on top? Another side that's exactly the same as the base, right? So if you can put your hands up and say I have a top and a bottom somewhere on the shape, it's a prism. If I have a bottom or a base and a point, it makes a pyramid. So how do we know what type of pyramid this is? We want to get more specific. How can we get even more specific describing this pyramid?
Base.
We can describe it by the base, so we'll do that